Alright, so one of the most common questions that I'm asked is, Kunjora, do you think custom zombies will ever come to console? And the follow-up question, more times than not, is, do you think we will ever see custom zombies again after Black Ops 3? Now, this is a great opportunity to talk about the future of custom zombies and what I believe to be the case, because there are some harsh revelations we're going to have to come to accept. However, I do think custom zombies will be making a return in some form. Now, first off, let's clear the obvious things that everybody knows. People have realized by now that Call of Duty has moved back to Steam. There was a period of time where it was exclusive to Battle.net on PC, and that pretty much restricted any possibility of there being mod tools. This is because, at least by following Black Ops 3's example, mod tools was integrated into the Steam Workshop, and of course, if the game's not on Steam, there's not going to be a Steam Workshop. Simple as that. And so a lot of people have speculated that since 2024's Call of Duty game is going to be the first Treyarch round-based zombies experience to actually launch on Steam since Black Ops 3, that we might well see mod tools. Now, in a lot of ways, this makes perfect sense. When we look at the history of mod tools for Call of Duty Zombies, we had the first iteration in World at War back in 2008. It was PC exclusive, but it actually got a lot of sales for World at War through the gate for PC. A lot of people got hooked on it. It became very popular, and so it made sense that, efforts were made to develop mod tools for Black Ops 1 in 2011. However, those mod tools weren't exactly completely finished, and they were in beta and also didn't include a lot of key components required to efficiently develop maps for it. Nonetheless, we did see some incredible releases drop, but they were very few and far between, and so World at War remained the home of custom zombies right up until Black Ops 3 released in 2015. Now, this also happened to be the first Treyarch Zombies experience to drop in that generation of gaming, and so receiving mod tools on that kind of made sense. World at War was a whole generation behind at this point and did look extremely dated at the time, and so it only makes sense that given that this 2024 COD is a whole generation ahead of Black Ops 3, and that it's the first Treyarch round-based experience to actually launch on Steam since Black Ops 3, that it follows the trend and gets its own new set of mod tools. But unfortunately, it might not quite be that simple. There has been a dramatic shift in the gaming industry as a whole since Black Ops 3 first launched. So before we jump up and down with excitement at the prospect of having custom zombies return in 2024, I think we should take another look at the facts. Now, on the plus side, Black Ops 3 has been the second most popular Call of Duty game on Steam consistently for a very long time. Of course, the most recent COD is typically at the top, but consistently second to that is Black Ops 3. And why is that? It is purely custom zombies, and you can't change my mind about that. Black Ops 3 on PC has been receiving an albeit modest but very consistent string of sales for a number of years now. This is because these custom map developers are bringing such heat to zombies for Black Ops 3 that more and more people, especially in my comment section, are literally buying PCs just to play some of these experiences that came out. I know Leviathan was a huge deal for so many people, and I remember when that map launched, I got so many comments of people saying, I'm getting a PC coming just to play this one map. And of course, there's been so many more releases since then that have brought more and more people over. Now, of course, this is good business for Activision, and the fact that a game this old is still selling consistently is a pretty good thing, and I'm sure the people in charge of the business strategies for Call of Duty would have taken notice to this. But like I say, the gaming industry has shifted a lot, namely with microtransactions. Call of Duty now earns a hell of a lot of revenue from just the bundles on the store. So much revenue, in fact, that I dare say that the prospect of making fully fledged mod tools again for the PC release of the next Black Ops game seems like more effort than what it's worth from their angle. Now, of course, as a player, I strongly disagree. I'd love nothing more than mod tools, but we have to be realistic and look at how likely it is that they'll actually put the same amount of time that they did as back in 2015, where the climate of microtransactions was nowhere near as rampant as it is now. I mean, a great example of this is how many DLCs for GTA 5 were scrapped because of the success of shark cards. We have to just look at this logistically. The fact is, putting in that much work to release mod tools again might just be more work than it's worth. But what if that steady string of sales that has been experienced on Black Ops 3 on Steam was to flesh out onto every platform? Because that would make a difference. And how will you achieve that? I mean, you guys can piece this together. What I'm getting at is, if there was custom zombies on consoles too, then maybe the profits would actually justify the effort. Now, do I think custom zombies as we know it is coming to console? I don't. And honestly, I don't think custom zombies as we know it is ever actually going to quite return the same way. I think Black Ops 3 is actually going to be the last fully custom mod tools experience that we will receive as Zombies fans. That's just my opinion. However, I do think custom Zombies will return in a much more logical and era appropriate way. That is, of course, with some kind of Call of Duty creative mode. It's no secret that games like Fortnite have set the trend for a long time in terms of laying out a blueprint of a sustainable, long-term gameplay experience for fans of their game. Fortnite creative is and was insanely popular and has given the community, regardless of the platform, an opportunity to play completely new experiences. And even though I don't play Fortnite, I have to respect Epic with their ability to consistently bring their fan base together and provide long-lasting support. The reality is, to make enough profit to justify the efforts, it'll mean that custom Zombies content has to be playable on every platform. And a tailor-made Call of Duty creative hub, which of course can also benefit multiplayer, seems like the most logical way to go about this. I mean, I could sit here for ages and talk about the implications of what this could actually bring to the table. I'm talking like community multiplayer events on widely popular custom maps that maybe some people have made. I mean, there's all kinds of dope avenues this could go down. But before I talk about the pros of this, I want to touch on the negatives. First and foremost, that if this was to be created, it's very unlikely that it will support the level of customization that we can currently do with Black Ops 3 on PC and the tools that has. Things like completely custom weapons, of course, whipping assets from other games, stuff like that just, I don't think, could possibly come to this kind of creative mode if it was to exist, which of course is a bit of a bummer because, you know, being able to play maps, you know, that has Doom weapons or weapons from Apex Legends or Battlefield 1, stuff like that is super dope and is something that Black Ops 3 Zombies offers. The other thing as well is that fully fleshed out mods that run its own custom code, I highly doubt we'd see in a creative hub in Call of Duty. I mean, there might be some opportunities to make mods with, you know, certain basic levels of customization, but I think mods like Modern Warfare Zombies that we see in Black Ops 3, I just don't think is really realistic to expect if Treyarch deliver us some kind of creative mode. But stepping aside from all of that, let's really think about the positives. If this becomes reality, this could be the first time we truly get custom zombies or close to custom zombies for console players, which is huge. I know so many console players have wanted this literally since World at War. So that alone is dope in and of itself. I mean, just the thought of being able to play custom maps cross-platform is just incredible. The other cool thing is that I imagine with a fully fleshed out mode dedicated to making these maps, it will be way more accessible and easier for people to just jump in and create stuff themselves. Right now, using the Black Ops 3 mod tools and learning a program like Radiant is so overwhelming for most people that a lot of people, including myself, just don't even start, to be honest. I mean, I've had so many ideas for custom maps that I've just never birthed into reality just because the time it takes to properly learn how to get good at a program like that and to make these maps for Black Ops 3 is just so extreme that it just puts me off even beginning. Having dedicated tools, especially simplified versions of said tools, would of course grant more players the opportunity to explore their creative freedom. The other dope thing is that visually, I imagine, you know, having a current generation custom zombies experience would be pretty damn striking with ray tracing and all of that jazz. It would be genuinely incredible, and I can already kind of imagine a lot of the iconic custom zombies maps for Black Ops 3 being remade in this creative hub. Like seeing some kind of tribute to Leviathan would be just absolutely incredible. But we can't, of course, forget the elephant in the room, and that is Treyarch map remasters. Let me tell you, the Black Ops 3 custom community have done an outstanding job with remasters. I am genuinely convinced that if the community were given the will using a creative hub, that we could actually see the first Call of Duty game that has pretty much every single zombies map ever made beautifully crafted for it. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine what that would be like? Because just the thought alone of it, just I can't help but smile. I don't know about you. And the prospect that every platform can unanimously enjoy this in unison and play together and search for games on these maps sounds like every zombies fan's dream come true. Not to mention, again, multiplayer fans can also benefit from something like this. This is unquestionably, based on the evidence and based on the facts, the ultimate way to create a consistent line of sales for a new Call of Duty game. It will encourage more purchases, it will keep fans playing, and it will keep fans coming back. This is, in my opinion, the only way I see custom zombies returning in the modern era, because this is the only way that it's a win on all fronts, both from a business standpoint and from a fan base standpoint. Not only that, but if it was handled this way, like I mentioned before, with how bundles kind of make so much revenue for Call of Duty, players are going to be able to use these bundles in these maps. They're still going to be able to use their operators. They're still going to be able to use their weapons and their variants. So they can still profit from that business model, as well as general sales that are spawned from having custom content creation be available. Granted, it might not quite be the same as a Black Ops 3 mod tools experience, but at least this way everyone is happy and it's actually a realistic thing to expect in the future. Now, do I think that the next Call of Duty game, you know, the Treyarch 2024 title, is going to feature this? Honestly, if I could put money on it, probably not. But that's only because I'm a bit of a pessimist right now, to be honest. Given the things we mentioned at the start of the video with the trends on the releases of mod tools, I actually wouldn't be surprised if this is what comes in the 2024 Treyarch Zombies experience. Regardless though, I do think that this business model that I'm talking about is more likely to be the way going forward and something that's implemented later, more so over the traditional mod tools that we've gotten in the past. To me, it just seems way more logical. Of course, in the ideal world, we would just get fully functional mod tools with all of the freedom that we have in Black Ops 3, and it will be publishable on all platforms and blah, blah, blah. But realistically, when you actually properly critically look at the situation, I highly doubt that will ever happen. This honestly is the next best thing, and I truly wholeheartedly hope that it happens. And if it does, you best believe that I'll be covering the hell out of it. But that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch you in my next video and or live stream. Hope, pray for the future of custom zombies to extend into the new generation. Much love, stay safe, and I'll catch you soon. Cheers.